Find a polynomial of degree 3 with real coefficients and zeros of -3, -1, and 4 for which f of -2 equals -24. So let's go ahead and do that. So what it's asking us is to find the polynomial of degree 3. So what that means is if it's degree 3, we should have a polynomial that would look like the following. F of x, which is equal to a times x minus c times x minus c times x minus c. Okay? So what we know so far in this problem is these are the zeros of the function. So we know that c is equal to -3. We know that c is equal to -1. And we know that c is equal to 4. So the first thing we're going to do now is we're going to plug that into our function. So we have f of x, which is equal to a times x minus, well, the first c is parentheses -3, and then x minus parentheses -1, and then x minus 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and then finish those signs. So we have f of x, which is equal to a times, this becomes now x plus 3, times x plus 1, times x minus 4. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do, and it tells us that it says simplify your answer and do not factor. Okay, we can't leave this in factored form, so we need to multiply these all out. So we can multiply them out by using the box method. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have x plus 3, and then we're going to multiply that by x plus 1. So we're going to do that first. Okay, so we're going to multiply these two first. Okay, so we have x times x, which is x squared, x times 1, which is x, 3 times x, which is 3x, 3 times 1, which is 3. So we get x squared plus 3x plus x is plus 4x, and then plus 3. Okay, so this is taking x plus 3 and multiplying it by x plus 1. Okay, now what we're going to have to do is, now that we multiply that out, now we got x squared plus 4x plus 3. And so what we need to do is we need to multiply that by x minus 4. So again, we're going to use the box method. So we have x and then minus 4. So we have 2 rows and then 3 columns. We have x squared plus 4x plus 3. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times 4x is 4x squared. X times 3 is 3x. -4 times x squared is -4x squared. -4 times 4x is -16x. And -4 times 3 is -12. So now we're going to combine like terms. So we have x cubed. Okay, if we combine these terms, -4x squared plus 4x squared is 0. And then -16x plus 3x is -13x. And then that's minus 12. So now we're going to replace that. So now in step number 4, this is going to become f of x, which is equal to a times x cubed minus 13x minus 12. Okay, so now we have that. Now we need to figure out, the next step is, what is the value of a? Okay, so in order to figure out a, we have to use what we have over here. Okay, and over here we have to use the input and the output here. So the input is -2. That tells us that x is going to equal -2. And the output is f of x, which is equal to negative 24. So now we're going to use this to determine what is a. So we have f of x, which is equal to a times x cubed minus 13x minus 12. So f of x is equal to negative 24. And we know that x is equal to negative 2. So we have negative 2 cubed minus 13 times negative 2, and then minus 12. So therefore we have negative 24. And so negative 2 cubed is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which is negative 8. Minus 13 times negative 2 is plus 26, and then minus 12. Okay, so we have negative 24. Okay, so negative 8, we can use the calculator if we wanted to. We have negative 8, and then plus 26, and then minus 12, and that gives us positive 6. So that tells us that this is 6 times a. So let's go ahead and rewrite that there. So we have negative 24, and that's equal to 6a. And then in order to solve for a, we're going to divide both sides by 6, and therefore a is going to equal negative 4. So a is equal to negative 4. So therefore now we know that f of x is going to equal negative 4 times x cubed minus 13x minus 12. And so now they don't want us to factor or keep it in factored form, so we have to distribute the negative 4. So we're going to distribute the negative 4 to all three of these terms. So we have f of x, which is equal to negative 4 times x cubed, which is negative 4x cubed. Negative 4 times negative 13 gives us positive 52x. And then negative 4 times negative 12 gives us plus 48. And therefore this is going to represent our answer. So let's go ahead and write that out. So we have negative 4x cubed and then we have plus 52x plus 48. Check our answer, and there is our result.